All right, phase 5. This is the one. This one was so big and so out there that I actually had to change around how I'm doing my videos for this one. It was like way over 10 hours. I actually didn't didn't check and didn't do the math to find out exactly. Somewhere between 10 and 20 hours worth. And I'm going to have them appear, as you're seeing in this video, in the order that they took place. So as they pop up, that is one followed by the next, followed by the next. 3 sets of many hours. And over the course of those many hours, this was all inventory work. This is the systems that I wanted to create. This is honestly one of the defining features of why I wanted to even make this project in the first place. It was to go through a system of an inventory that can be added and removed from, including functionality through buttons, where now you'll see there's creation of buttons for crafting, for consuming, for confirming, logic that goes into adding and removing them, and not only removing them in the inventory, but in an overall like resource count of the world. There's also logic that is being added to remove them both from the inventory entirely, as if you're trashing them, or removing them from the like selected slot to basically pop them in and out to be able to see what you want to do with them eventually. Probably the core loop of this entire inventory manager is literally, as it sounds, looping through each open spot and determining, is this spot open or is it the same as the item that I'm trying to collect right now. Which also led to a nice way of finding out if we are at max for the items that we can hold, and then putting in a nice animation if it's not, just a little flash of a, like, can't do it here. And then honestly going through the challenge of always being able to recall the color and the name of a given resource. And the reason why that really matters is because all of these are random. Like I said from the beginning, this is randomly generated resources, which randomly generated names and randomly generated colors that are tied to them. So always being able to reference back, this is the color for this one, this is the count for this one, without ever being able to say, always use, potatoes or bananas as the key. It really is a matter of finding where it is in the list. That's the index, and going from there. And the final step that you'll see in one of these videos is preparing for what's going to happen when you consume the items. So actually, I misspoke a little earlier. I said that this was to remove it from the selected. That's the next thing that's going to happen. Right now, this is making sure that the information behind it is aware that when you do select it, and when you eventually consume it, we will know what is happening to the player when it's being consumed. And that was the entirety of phase 5.